Hey Braxton, so I am going to take a quick look at this Hudson property to see what we were coming up with. Before I get into this, I just want to let you know that I am working on our buyers list cleanup. Quite a bit needs to be done. Quite a few things have come to light with that buyers list, and quite a few things have been um, also made me realize quite a few things need to be done on a monthly basis. That means cleaning our list and actively adding buyers to our list. I can get into more of that later, but let's take a look at this Hudson property. So when I do, so here's my area that I'm looking at, which is pretty safe. I think when you cross Leetsdale, you kind of get in a different neighborhood. But here is basically we are at Holly and Alameda. So we're right in here. So I mean, these are our comps within that size of property. So we got that 650, not very well fixed up. This is probably what that guy was looking at. And but it's a brick house, so I can kind of see, I mean, it's been fixed up like 10 years ago. But it's nice. I mean, it's pretty decent inside. It's not great, but it is a brick house. I don't know what the garage situation, detached two-car garage. So I can kind of see where, I don't know if they got a picture of the garage, but I mean, I can kind of see them using this comp as, oh, there's our garage. So a pretty nice little two-car garage. Um, and this sold back kind of in the period that was really hot. Same with this one. Um, again, we can't just go right to, no longer can we just go right to the highest sold. This also is a brick house. Pretty cool brick house on top of that. It's got this little um, this building add-on that you can see from right here. That's kind of cool. So this is a little bit bigger house. I don't know the bed and bath at two. It's a 3.2. Sold right in the hottest part of the market and went way over asking. So those are the only two comps that I'm coming up with in the 0 to 1600 range. We can take a look at, I don't know, take a look at 0 to 2500 and see what we get. See if that gives us any better idea of what's going on. But it's starting to get a little harder to draw comps. So we've got a lot of actives. We've got one pending for 1 million. Hmm, that's weird. I wonder if they're buying it for the land. I don't know. I don't know about that one. How long has it been on the market? 42 days. One pitcher. That's strange. Um, where is that guy? Oh, that's clear up there. So I'm not going to give that a lot of weight. That's kind of a different neighborhood up there, right? So we're kind of in this area right here. We have nothing in here still to look at. So 900, 998. And these are pretty big houses. 3 3s, 3,500. So let me take a quick look at this. All right, so I took a pretty close look at it. Hindsight's always 2020, right? But I think where the problem lies with this area is that we really don't have a lot of comps. We have this comp here at 1,500 square foot, and we have this one at 1,200 square foot. And then we've got a low sold, and we're trying to figure out where we sit with the low solds. I think 400. I mean, I'd buy it at 400. That's ridiculously low. Um, but so I know you got in a couple offers at 400. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, if you got it at 400, we wouldn't even put it out there. We would just do the flip, right? But a lot of people are being super safe and they're looking at that 650 number. Yeah, after that, you really don't have a lot to go off of. This one is really tough. That would be really our high sold that are kind of getting discounted right at this point. And then when you start going up, you just don't have anything that's even close to the type of house that we're at. So I think the biggest problem is the lack of comps on this one. And so when you start running your numbers and you're trying to be conservative, I think a rehab on this size of house, 80 is more than enough. Maybe 70 you can get away with. Um, but if you're looking at being conservative at 660, this is not exciting whatsoever. And, if you're looking at 700 as, if you're thinking around 650 to 660 as your comp, which I can kind of see that as an investor, I'd probably look at that pretty seriously. This is your range that you're looking at. It's probably not going to get too exciting. We start to get a little more action when we have really solid comps that puts us above 10% typically. And on these higher priced houses, it's even better. So, um, this if this was a $400,000 house and we're at 11%, you'd be getting your door kicked in. I can verify that because I was calling on one yesterday from a wholesaler that he was trying to sell it around the 400 mark, and he said his phone has just been blowing up. So the buyers are still there. We just got to make sure our numbers are correct. So yeah, maybe I should have looked at this even closer before, but at first I saw the 750, but since then I have been doing a lot more research on what's going on with our market, and I'm that's why I've been shooting these videos and coming up with that we can no longer just go with our high solds anymore. We're going to need to be more conservative with our comps, and we're going to have to be a little more careful with our comps. So, um, yeah, I think you'd have to get this one around 450 to get it sold, right? Because if everybody's looking at 650, 660, um, you would need to be, gosh darn it, there we go. Um, yeah, you'd probably need to be somewhere around there, 470 maybe. Might be, yeah, you could probably get it done around 470. Let's say everybody's being conservative 650. You're right in there, you know, you're right in there at 470. So if we picked it up at 450, we can make 20 on it, right? So that's kind of my take on it based on a little closer look. Some of the feedback we've gotten, again, of course, again, hindsight's 2020. But yeah, this is how we learn, we adjust, and we're able to move forward and find the right properties for our investors.